Hi, everybody. Karen Roby and Daphne Leprince-Ringuet here for ZDNet. We've been talking a lot about how the tech industry in general is being called upon to help out during this time of crisis. In various ways, we're seeing this, Daphne, with different companies stepping up in different ways. But I think this article is really interesting. It's more on an optimistic or positive note, which is what we really need right now. You talk a lot about how the government is asking the tech industry to step up. Talk a little bit about that for us.
Yeah, so there's definitely a number of challenges that the recent coronavirus pandemic is bringing about, and tech seems to be able to provide some solutions to some of those challenges at least. And governments around the world have already called on tech to come to their help and provide those solutions. So here in the UK, there's even a name for it. It's Digital Dunkirk. That's a term that emerged a couple of weeks ago when the government called on executives from big tech, called them into Downing Street and basically asked them for help and asked them to provide what they had to offer to help tackle different issues that come with the crisis. So this ranges from providing more supplies and equipment to hospitals to funding research into finding a cure for the virus, through loads of different things that come with the challenges that the coronavirus has brought upon. So big tech has already sort of deployed resources to help with this. For example, IBM is providing the White House with supercomputing power. Amazon's AWS is donating $20 million to research and development to tackle the crisis. So there's already big waves among the bigger players, but there's also something that's having repercussions in the whole ecosystem, even at the level of smaller startups, small organizations and entrepreneurs. The government is also asking those people and those organizations to come to their help. NHSX, which is the digital branch of the health services here in the UK, recently called on entrepreneurs to submit their ideas to fight the crisis by helping the more vulnerable people, and has asked entrepreneurs to submit their ideas and is going to fund those ideas to be tested if they are relevant. And it's deployed a £500,000 budget for that. There's a myriad different hackathons that are already being organised around Europe, or that will be organised in the next few days. In France, the Ministry of Defence has unlocked €10 million to support ideas that could protect vulnerable populations. So there's lots of space there and scope for smaller players to step out and answer those calls as well. And it's definitely something that's quite unprecedented in the sense that we're seeing government really asking tech, big and small, to come to their help in a way that's never been seen before.
Yeah, most definitely. And it sounds like for the most part, they're answering that call. Daphne, do you think that, or what is the possibility that this could change, the perspective of the public when it comes to tech in general? A lot of people are skittish about the industry in general. Do you think there's a chance that this will change the way we view tech?
I think definitely so. Even at the level of entrepreneurs themselves, there was a survey recently carried out among entrepreneurs here in London. So a smaller scale survey, but it's still quite representative of the ecosystem. And 3/4 of respondents actually said that they thought that tech had a central role to play in responding to this crisis. So at the level of entrepreneurs themselves, there's this feeling that it's their duty to step up and come to the help of government and populations. Some startups have already started doing this, for example, in the medtech sector, particularly, where it's quite easy to sort of repurpose your business model to help in this crisis. This has been happening a lot already. An example is Babylon Health, which is a startup that specializes in remote consulting, and they've already deployed a service within their app to provide remote consulting for people specifically with coronavirus symptoms. But we're also seeing things happening in other industries. A good example is 3D printing, that sort of rushed to come up with new solutions to create supplies and equipment for hospitals, which we all know are in dire need of. So there's things happening at every level of the tech sector. It's definitely interesting to see how this will affect the way the public relies and trusts tech. As you said, there's sort of been a very different relationship previously with a lack of trust and lack of transparency that usually is associated with the tech sector. But this is an opportunity for tech to sort of step up responsibly and maybe change that relationship for the better. And it's definitely worth seeing where this will go once the crisis is over. And to sort of see how this has played out in terms of what role tech has played in providing solutions.
Yeah, most definitely. And obviously, we're seeing that too a lot. Some opinions swing towards the pharmaceutical giants and, how they're stepping up too. So, some industries that people had some negative thoughts towards may be swaying a little bit at this time that we're all in need. All right, great article here, Daphne. Thanks for putting that together for us. Of course, you can read much more on this and all of our information we have there for you on tech and this time that we're in right now. So make sure you check all that out on ZDNet. Thanks for watching, everybody.